So guys, I am doing a creepypasta today. Just as a little something, very, I would say, special. Because, I usually put on Roblox videos. Now, I know this is my first time doing a vlog. And I'm going to actually read this word for word.
And we'll close this, alright?
Yeah. Seeing how this is a fairly short story. So, without further ado, turn off the lights, close the blinds, grab your kittens, and let's get this creepypasta started. Kittens not included. Now this creepypasta is called Legend of Zelda 64. Let me start at the beginning. It was a stormy night, and I was with my friend. We hadn't seen each other in a while, and I wanted to catch up. So we decided to get my Nintendo 64 console, and he will get some games from around town. He said he knew a place. I responded that as long as it's a legal copy, it will do. When I saw him carry 6 shoe boxes full of N64 games, when I saw him carrying a box of N64 games, I wonder how many people have been able to have that. Anyways, I asked him how many games he got, and he responded he brought all the ones at the garage sale. Typo. He bought all of them at the garage sale. I opened one of the boxes to find that they were all completely black with one circle of duct tape around it, displaying the name. I opened another box and saw the same thing. I asked him what the heck was this about. He said the guy said that the original cartridges were damaged, so he made new ones. He must have been handy, I thought to myself. I decided to chuck one of the games in the system and grab the controller. Nostalgia. Let me scroll down. Its title was Legend of Zelda 64. Knowing that there was no game with that title, I presumed it was Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask, the only 2 games on the N64 that were Legend of Zelda, at least. I waited till my friend was ready, and I turned it on. I heard nothing but static, and I saw some hard to make out pictures of what appeared to be Link. The game flashed pretty normally. No Nintendo symbol came on. I was a little worried about what this game was, and it only had 1 profile space. Unlike Ocarina of Time, which DS had 4 and Majora's Mask had 2. So I named it Link, like I usually did. And I saw an odd opening. It was young Link running away from something. An evil-looking face popped up on the screen for half a second. I wondered what it meant. We were scared too, by then, and I'm just gonna fart noise for everything, or whatever. We'll just see. Suddenly, Link was engulfed by a giant fireball, and he screamed. Scream still haunts my memories. If the game opened in some kind of forest, with bridges connecting to the trees. I realized it was probably Kokiri Forest, but it looked so different. Link was sleeping in his bed when he awoke, and he awoke with a startle. I could hear screams outside now. We went outside his house we went outside his house when the screen went blurry. The Saria was impaled by a sword. We made Link go over to her. Guess what he did? Pulled out a sword like nothing, and he pulled out the sword like nothing happened. Blood squirted up from her corpse. I realized this wasn't regular Link, for when we went to the items menu, that the description for the sword said, "The blood on it tastes fresh and delicious." Me and my friend and I, typo, were startled at that. There was still something to do with the corpse. I lured myself to press A, and he bent down, and you heard a gnawing noise, along with blood splattering. Link came back up with his face covered in blood. My friend ran to puke in the sink. I foolishly kept going. I saw Mido holding a shield, and I grabbed it off of him. I also noticed another option for him. It was decapitate. So I did it, and Link bent down and cut off Mido's head. Not only this, but when you did it, you heard evil laughs from Link. I left the forest and noticed next area had a bunch of people with black bloodstained robes on. Last paragraph. They attacked Link and destroyed him by being extremely powerful. It only took them one hit to finish them. I selected Mido's head, but when I did, they bowed down to me like I was their god. One of them spoke, introducing them as the Deathbringers. As they did this, my screen looked as I thought it was melting. Then it came up with a hit list. A list of Zelda characters to kill. There were only two to start off with. One was Blank, and the other one was Malin. I chose Kepot, Hura, Gabora, and then the game froze on me and I started playing a tune backwards while the screen went all negative colors till I couldn't stand it anymore. I ripped out the game cartridge and ran to the kitchen to get my friend who was still vomiting. I told him we needed to go see that man. He agreed. I put the game back into the box and went to his car. He drove me there, and then I saw a sign saying for sale. I asked what had happened. He said he didn't know and that it was fine yesterday. I asked the neighbor, and he said that he only moved away suddenly without a reason. I looked at the games and noticed that he must have stayed only to get those games away from him. When my friend bought them, he automatically left town. It was only then I noticed the box's reading. Thank you for getting rid of these games. Play them at your own risk. They are cursed. Never buy an unofficial game. So I guess it goes to show you that you should always check for the proof of buying it is proof that what you're buying is legit. Unfortunately, it's too late for me because being a Zelda fan, that game is haunting my memories. Okay, now. That was a CreepyPasta, Legend of Zelda 64. Just go search it up on the CreepyPasta wiki. Now, all I have to say is that was like really it had a lot of cliches in it. Now, I don't know, you can say what you want to say in the comments. I just want to tell you that, like, I feel like they had a bit too much cliches. Like, with the whole blood splattering coming out of the sword thing. Yeah. And I don't even, like, really think it was bad. I thought it was actually really good, seeing that the person's bootleg, and yeah. I think it was pretty cool, but just with all the cliches in it, it sort of ruined the whole experience. And then, above all, there are also the typos that threw me off, which I had to correct on the spot. Such as when it just goes to show you that games, you should... See, I still can't even get it, but the thing is that it was a really good creepypasta. The cliches and the typos ruined it halfway for me, so it was a half-decent one. Now, say what you want to say in the comments. Give me your response. The creepypasta was Legend of Zelda 64. And you guys are awesome, and I'll see you later, my viewers and beyond. Peace out.